So to warm up, Jason, whenever we have a class, we would start with a warm-up, something to get your brain thinking and my brain thinking, and to get us moving. So to that end, I want you to look at these little statues here, and I want you to tell me what you think they might be. What were they used for, and how would you know? So if you looked at these and thought, oh, this is what these are, what would you think they are and why?
I think they were built for religion.
Good. Okay. And what to do in religion?
Like in Egypt, they are statue and they put the peoples in it because they think they can live. So I think that's also like the Egypt one.
Awesome. When you look at these, what makes you think that they might be religion? Not what they're for, but when you looked at them, how come you just thought immediately religion? Because you were right. These are definitely used for religion. What made you think that?
Does it look like a god?
Okay. Because they look like gods. That's perfectly fair, right? Maybe they look exactly like gods, and that's a great way of understanding it, of looking at it, of thinking about it. Okay, cool. All right, so usually we would have specific questions to talk about, like, what makes a complex society, and why did they develop where they did. And in fact, at the end of the class, I want to quickly come back to these very helpful questions that you have from your class, and we can talk about them at length. To start, can you tell me a little bit about either of these two lifestyles, how early humans lived? Can you tell me about how either farmers lived and developed, or how hunter-gatherers lived and developed?
Hunter and gatherers is some people is going to hunt, like males gonna go out and hunt, and the female gonna gather some of the berries, and they just gonna eat. They put the eat things in the most important thing, and the farmers is using the irrigation system and planting the wheat or something to live.
Excellent. Which one of these two, Jason, was able to live in one place, and which one had to move around a lot?
Hunter and gatherers and farmers live in one place, and hunter and gatherers is nomad.
Very good, right? So these people are settled, and the other people are nomadic, right? Okay, good. Sounds like you know your stuff, which is excellent for us. So when you hear the word civilization, what do you think it means? What do you think of when you hear the word civilization?
Civilization.
Yeah, what if I say ancient Chinese civilization, what do you think it means to have a civilization versus not having a civilization? What do you think that means? What does that sound like to you? It's a big word, to be sure.
I don't know.
That's fine. That's totally fine. So if this were a different setting, you and I would look at this very differently. You and I would, I would want us, the two of us, to sort of think about this totally different. I would teach you about how civilization as a term doesn't make much sense, but I'm going to skip it. Whenever you see the words complex society, for the purposes of your class with your teacher, just think we're talking about civilization. It'll make your life a lot easier, okay? We're just talking about civilizations.